Hello and welcome to Innistrad block Swiss draft. We got a 6 mana Undying creature. From your graveyard, huh? Well, he seems good enough. We're passing nothing too incredible. I like Burning Oil quite a bit, so that'll probably get snatched up. Deadly Lure. But this seems first pickable. Undying's good. Uh, Gotta find creatures from the graveyard. I'm trying to think what creatures enter other than Undying. I'm sure we'll find something, but we'll take him. And what do we got? Pyreheart Wolf. Ooh. I've heard this guy is good. I like 2-for-1s. And we have Fires of Undeath as well, which I think I'm inclined to take over the Farbog Bone Flinger. I like Pyre Wolf too. And that has Undying. I don't think that'll table, but that'd be a miracle if it did. But there's some other, and a Tragic Slip. This pack's real good for red-black. I think I'd take the Fires of Undeath because we are already red. So, we'll take that. But I like Bone Flinger here. I like Tragic Slip. I like the Wolf to a lesser extent. Yeah, so that's going to send a pretty strong signal for black. But Fires of Undeath, worth picking there. I have played Counter Slash, and it sucks in Limited. It sucks bad. Heckling Fiends is a pretty decent card. It's red. I mean, the other card I might be looking at is a Dawn Shredder Elk. Nothing really powerful enough to make me want to move to another color. Deadly Lure is a surprisingly good card. But I think we take the Fiends here. Stay in color. And we have an Undying Vampire. Tracker's Instinct, which is good. Death's Caress, that's pretty late. It's just a question of do we want to move into black. Undying Evil is also a real good splash for our Devil. And a good card in general. Maybe we just take another piece of removal, though. Removal gets a little better when it's not triple Dark Ascension, because it's not Undying running rampant everywhere. But I am seeing quite a bit of green, so we could go red-green. Bear is good. Tracker's Instinct is good. The red card isn't really good, so I kind of want to move into another color. We've been passing a lot of good black, so I'm more inclined to go green. Trackers is good. I think I take the bear here over the removal spell. Not too sure about it. Another Fires of Undeath is great here. Probably should have just taken the black, just because we're more likely to splash it. The bear's probably a bad pick in hindsight. But another Fires is great. But we are still getting more good green. I do like removal. Young Wolf is incredible. Real good with the flare. But removal is removal. And I'll take it, especially late removal like that. So we got yet more black coming our way. Another bear. I don't like Blood Feud. We got enough. Everything's 3-drop. Let's try and get away from that. I don't expect seeing a lot of black. I don't want white. Take another bear? Am I reading? Is this card? It's another 3-drop. Maybe I just take a black cat. Bear is pretty good. I'm going to take another bear. Maybe green-red. We really got to diversify our mana curve, though. We got 3s for years. So, Wild Hunger on color. Another 3 mana spell, though. Maybe take a Fengraf. What's this guy? Destroy artifact? Hmm. Well, it's a 4-drop. That's good for us. Or do I want a trick with the red flashback? I think Wild Hunger might be good enough to take. Yeah, I think I want that over a creature right now. Ooh. So we have essentially 4 creatures, 4 spells. Do I want to loot? I don't know how good this is in, well, the Hermit's not incredible, but it's a 2-drop creature which would be nice. And we still get black coming our way. I'd rather go red-black, but red for sure. I think we just take a creature here over looting. A 2-drop creature is nice. I mean, I'm not committed to green. I could get out of it. I'd rather be in black for the flashback. Anyhow. Could have had 2 black cats. That would have been nice. Maybe that was the route we should have been taking. That would have made a lot more sense than the bear. Yeah. Kind of wish we would have got black. We were passing all that good black, though, so... Maybe I put too much value on bear, and it's not much of a sign. I like it because the Morbid Trigger, you can put those counters on any creature, not just himself. But, I'll pause it here for you. Oh, there we are. So, what do we got? Another 3 mana spell. Scorch the Fields. No, I don't think so. I think we take the Elk here, which is actually pretty good pickup for us. We don't need a 3-drop. I like, that Elk is pretty good. Maybe we did do something right going in on green. I think red-green is kind of a weak archetype. I mean, we could have had black removal, black cats. I don't know. More black. Maybe we get in on here anyway. Is this good black? It's undying. Can't block. Grim Backwoods. Well, maybe we end up 3-color. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Ooh, Crushing Vines. I do like that. I don't really... I don't think he's going to be that good for us. Does enable our Morbid. But we don't need another 3-drop creature. Or maybe we just take Torch Fiend. I think I like Vines better. Ooh, Instincts. Very nice. Clean Miss. Yeah, sure. Probably stick that in the board. Maybe main deck. I do like a Fate Flower and Tangle. I do want to pick up some mana fixing, because this flashback is where we get the value out of this card. And if we can pair that with our Grim Backwoods, it could be decent. What cards are we looking for? Uncolor rares are always nice. Some green fixing, maybe a mulch. I'm not sure where we want to take this. Sure, I'll take that over a land. Brick Day is a good card. It's a solid white trick. How can this be taking so long? 1 card left in the pack. Oh, there it is. It's Plains. On color rare. That's what we want. And some curving. Many 3-drops. Well, I guess, I mean, these really aren't 3-drops. I mean, when we're behind, they probably are, but more likely they're going to be 4-drops, 5-drops. So we have Fiends and Bears. We're going to need some low drops to enable some Morbid. Heretic's Punishment or Daybreak Ranger? Card's pretty good. It's between that and the Daybreak creature. I think Daybreak's got it. It's totally on color. And we have no real answers for flying other than Crushing Vines, and he fills that role nicely. I think you take it over Punishment. And I've actually seen Punishment table, as crazy as that sounds. But another 3-drop. And a Brimstone Volley. Excellent. Not passing... hate passing Stalker. And Civilized Scholar. This is a nice blue pack. But loving getting the volleys. Our 3-drops are so heavy. Good God Almighty. But I mean, realistically, half of these are tricks. Tricks and removal. Wild Hunger. Yeah. So really, 4 creatures. Tons of spells. But I like pack 2 so far. I want some low drops. Some more 2-drops. I can actually live without 1-drops. Would have liked an Undying Wolf. I forget what I took over it. Probably a removal spell. Blah, blah, blah. Alrighty, what do we get past? Nothing's really jumping out to me. Maybe Vigil. Slayer, do we splash for that? I think that's a bit bold. He really is that good. And Vigil will probably table. The red cards aren't good. The black cards are mediocre at best. I think I just take the best card and potentially splash it. Maybe this would table. I can live without it. I am looking for it, but I don't want to pass such a powerful card. That's the way that went. So what do we got? Sleuth. Not exciting. Desperate Ravings with a flashback we won't use. Maybe we just take a... I don't like Sleuth, to be honest, but... I mean, the pack isn't strong to begin with. I mean, Mauler is probably the best. We could take a Cobbled Wings. But, I think the value here is a little bit more than Cobbled Wings. And we can have some answers for flying creatures between Daybreak and Crushing Vines. Festride Board's a good pickup. Yeah, I like that. Filling our 4-drops in pack 2 pretty nicely. I like the low end a little more, though. 1-drop would be a stiller. What are we trying to do in this deck? We're really not going to get... I mean, he's just going to be getting value off himself more often than not. We really have no other undying critters. So, what do we got? We have more 3-drops. I don't really want either Vampire. Maybe just equipment would be a little better. I mean, the Vampire's really not going to be doing much for us, either of them. I think I like Mask more in this situation. That's what I'm doing, taking the Mask. Equipment's always good. I like it. Wow. A late Blasphemous Act. Sweepers are good. Not going to pass that up. You can completely turn the game on its ass with this card. Especially when we have an Undying creature. How does that go so late? Do I put it too highly? I mean, Pyroclasm is amazing. And with like spider spawning decks and whatnot, they do exist. This card can be very, very cheap. I mean, if they have 3 creatures and you have 1, that's a 5-mana kill-all. Yeah, that seems outrageously late for that card, in my opinion. Or maybe red's just really that open? I doubt it. More rares. Hmm. How important is mulch to me? Creeping. Cultist. It enables morbid. It kills stuff. It's pretty tricky. I can kind of dig for it more. Yeah, I think I take a creature over mulch. That's not the kind of fixing I want. That's such a late priest, but I'm going to take a grotto over it. That's outrageously late. And I have enough removal where I don't need to really consider about splashing it. This Slayer's kind of an, I don't know, it's right on the fence. Kindercatch? Do I want to Riot Devils? I suppose I'll take a Kindercatch. So if we can pick up, 4 or 5 quality creatures in pack 3, I could play, I could cut some creatures. And what can I move? I gotta make a way for black. That Vigil didn't come around. It was the only green card in that pack. And what do we got? A bump in the night? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need. I don't need to kill land. Take a bump in the night. Hey, we got a 1-drop. Exciting. And that's pretty good for us. Well, you throw it at me twice. I'll take it the second time. Gonna really need. What do we need? Need low end hard. And a very nice fixing element. Grotto's, I'm happy to have it, but I want another black card. I'd like to play backwoods, and I certainly want the flashback. Sure. Off chance we play that. Sure. Bell ringer. Some land. On to pack 3. Let's see the bombs. What do I want? Give me Olivia, so I really have to make that black splash happen. This curse is probably not gonna make it. But honest to God, we need some low drops. We need them bad. I'm not gonna hide it yet. I really like Slayer, but probably not gonna make it. Ask and ye shall receive. That's ridiculous. That's so funny. We take Olivia here. I always hear that she's the best card. Brimstone, Instigator Gang. Holy shit. All kinds of goodies. But yeah, we're going to make that black splash definitely happen now. Tree of Redemption. That card's pretty sweet too. Better than that. We don't have too much flashback going on. Yeah, I'll play a tree. Let's just get mythic 4-drops. And tree's going to actually be pretty huge with our complete lack of early plays. Another Blasphemous Act? Am I just rare drafting, or are these cards that good? I mean, there's no 2 or 1-drops that we can get defensive use out of. Let's play sweepers. I generally end up this way when I play green-red. It's really mid-game heavy. Like, if I get a Dark Thicket Wolf, I'll be thrilled. 2 would I'd crap my pants. I don't. What's the 1-drops we want? Any? Any 1-drop? Fixing. Gotta get fixing. Gotta play Olivia. Gotta get the double black. Kindercatch is not being played. Fixing, fixing, fixing. Take a defensive creature. An Ironsmith. I think we have to take an Ironsmith just to have something to do on turn 2. Victim is not going to be reliably cast in this deck. I think Ironsmith's an awful card, but tough times require it. And then I think on our turn 3, with a lot of our defensive spells, we can afford to let him flip a lot of the time. So, we are in the hunt for a fixing element. Not gonna find it in this pack. Probably not gonna play Wild Hunger. Let me just take a 3-drop or the Festride Boy. Our 4-drops are pretty solid. I'm gonna hide this and this. And we'll probably hide the Wild Hunger. I'm not sure. Maybe the Crushing Vines. First strike creature. He's pretty good on the defensive. But once we drop in, we're going to want to play 4s and not really 5s. Could take a trick, but we have our mask. Boar. I think we just take the wolf over the boar. Could be wrong on that one. 1-drops, 2-drops, and fixing elements. Boy, I should have taken that Caravan Vigil. Not going to be able to play a Ghoul reliably. And, I might play Moon Mist. I don't want to get any low-end black cards. I'm going to hide the Bump in the Night. I think just for the fog event, or aspect of Moon Mist, it might be worth main decking. We can fog and act, get maximum value out of it. Traveler's Amulet. That's the 1-drop I want. Show me Traveler's Amulet. We got a Pilgrim, but I think we have to take an Amulet over him. He is clearly the better card, but with our Balmy Black card. I keep asking for cards, and I'm getting them, so I can't afford not to. Lady Luck is being so kind. I have to honor her gracious gift. Some life gain and a 5-drop isn't terrible. That actually might be a little better than a sideboard Naturalize. Yeah, I think we can actually get some use out of that Scavenger. Wild Hunger is not the card in this type of deck. That's very aggressive, and we turn to a bit of a control-y deck here. Trekker's Instinct is going to be pretty solid, and maybe we get to flash it back with a Grotto. I don't think I'm going to put an island in. Maybe one of, who knows. Gnaw the Bone seems useful here. Some life gain could be good, at the very least in the sideboard. Cultist, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford. We don't have a lot of creatures. She's going to be a bit slow. Does trigger Morbid though, but that pushes that to a 6-drop if I want to use her ability and cast. So I think I'll put her by the wayside. Maybe Heckling Fiends might be worthwhile. Wolf, Gnaw the Bone. What do I got here? Not too. That's tempting. There's no way I'm playing Infernal Plunge. I'm just gonna hate a Silent Departure. No one's getting a late card like that on my watch. Interloper gives us the most trouble. Hide, hide. I actually really like Mask with our Olivia. That seems pretty good to me. Not the bone. We don't have enough creatures. And between the scavenger and the tree, I think any recuperative aspects could be handled between them. Ooh, one-eyed scarecrow. Nice defensive sideboard card. I like that more than a cobbled wings. That even might be main deckable. I think I can get rid of the wolf. I still like crushing vines. There's a lot of flyers. Sure. Well, I guess we're actually at 23 playables now with the 2 lands. So this could be the deck as we have it now. Maw. Already hidden. So 3 2-drop creatures. 4. Yeah, I mean that's pretty solid. There's some value to be had. We don't really have a real Morbid Enabler, which is kind of troubling. I mean, other than burn spells and whatnot. I think Scarecrow might be good enough, but might play the Cultist over it. Kill a guy, Morbid a guy in. Yeah, I think Cultist gets the nod over the Scarecrow. We don't really have a lot of quality creatures to sack, though, to the Cultist, which is the thing. I'll try something new. Well, you already know the deck, so I won't bore you with how. Alright, so I'll bring you in on the tail end here. So, Sleuth gets a no. I'm tempted to actually play some Fogs here. Because we can stall, hopefully get him to play into us a little bit, and then act him out. Actually seems pretty decent. Heckling Fiends. I don't know if I'm really actually going to be using this effect off it. Maybe I'd rather have a first striker. So that's a maybe. Actually, I like these. I like the Fogs. I think they could be actually pretty decent. I think I'll stick Scarecrow in the board. Yeah, and just for easier math purposes, I'll put these up here. So 25 cards. Let's cut some more. I mean, Mask is it's kind of questionable. But I mean, getting our first strikers up a little more is pretty solid. I don't think I can really afford to cut any tutors. I mean, the questionable things are, can we cut the Fogs? I mean, we do have a little synergy with the Mist and the Daybreak Ranger, which I like. I think we can cut the Heckling Fiends. So that means we cut one more card. And that card will be... do I like Bear? Maybe the Wolf, huh? Well, I think the Fog plan maybe has to go. I think that might be more of a sideboard option. We have a pretty good removal package. Moon Mist gets the nod because of the synergy. And it's also 2 instead of 3. So the curve gives it a little better. So we bring in some lands. Let's see what they suggest. Huh. I'm actually in agreement. I like it. Yeah, I think Grotto's enough for any tracker flashback. But that's a nice 2-drop to, and that's almost an argument to play Gnaw to the Bone, but it's really just our only mill. Yeah, this will be our deck. It could be good. We shall see.